What would be the chances of getting a good Vegito if you summon for a premium one in Dragon Ball Legends? This only addresses the Ultras and the Legends Limited, and I've done this for 3 characters so far, and I plan to keep going. Those 3 being Vegeta, Gohan, and Gogeta. In this video, I always give the results or the percentage that the character is pulling based on how many good ones there are and bad ones they are, so that going forward, you could see the odds, the likeliness of us getting a good or bad version of this character. So hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. I'll evaluate everything and show you guys the numbers, and let me know what you think about everything at the end. Let's get into this. So we're going to be starting with the Legends Limited Vegitos, and there's only 4. So let's go through and evaluate each and every one based on their release, Zenkai, and their platinum equipment if they have those last 2. So the first one we got is Legends Limited Super Vegito, the first anniversary unit. Saying that is really underselling him. This guy's the headliner. The prize was on both banners, while they were also giving out the Sparkings, but those guys aren't relevant for this video. It should go without saying that for his release being the first ever anniversary unit, he's a banger. Green light, everything about him was good. If you didn't have Super Vegito, you'd probably struggle a bit, not completely, but he was for sure the best unit in the game by quite a margin. That's very early Dragon Ball Legends, so his kit was able to gap the game very easily. We should also talk about his platinum equipment. Now, he doesn't have one of the new gen ones, but his one basically just helps him on the Fusion Warrior team. So I guess we can call it a W, but I'm gonna say it's not available since the new gen platinum equipments are just way better in value. The one that he has isn't really of that kind that will take him from 0 to hero. So I'm just gonna say not available, but the one he has is useful. It's more like the dual coin equipments if we think about them. But the Zenkai, it didn't take him to his prime level, controlling the game. He wasn't like that, but he was a very valuable asset at the time of him getting a Zenkai. So for what he was, I'm gonna say his Zenkai was good, but it's very much so bordering bad. But I remember using him when he Zenkai'd, and he was getting me a lot of wins with his build up, but it does require a little bit of effort. Nowhere near one of the best units in the game, nowhere near trash, but on Zenkai, just good enough to be used. Next, let's talk about Vegito Blue, the second anniversary headliner. In the same fashion, this unit was absolutely terrorizing PvP. Even worse actually. Due to this guy, if you guys don't know, a lot of the Dragon Ball Legends player base started review bombing the game for how bad the anniversary was and how bad this guy was terrorizing PvP. If you did not have him, playing PvP was literally an impossible task because he's able to kill everybody. And a big factor for that was that you couldn't cover change more than once. I know that sounds crazy, but if you wanted to, immediately after 2 art cards of the enemies, you can cover change once, then twice. But before you couldn't do that. And with him drawing extra cards, it just made his release outrageously good. But unfortunately, for his 2 other counterparts, I cannot say the same. But how good this character was on release, his Zenkai being as bad as it was is an absolute crime. The Sapphire Protector of the future, everybody just started memeing him, and easily he might have the worst Zenkai to ever hit a Legends Limited character in Dragon Ball Legends. That's a pure shame, easy bust there, absolute failure on his Zenkai. And his platinum equipment, it's a bit better for sure, but it's still a bust. It wasn't good enough to make him usable in PvP at a serious level. So there's no praise going towards his Zenkai or platinum equipment. Those were just waste of space, and you can only hope he gets another platinum equipment as we are seeing characters get second ones. But his Zenkai, that's a flop, man, and it's already tainted his record. People only remember his initial release, so we're just gonna move on from that. The third Vegito that we've got Fusing Super Vegito from the 6th anniversary. Now it should go without saying, this is easily one of the best Vegitos we've ever had on release, coming with the Rising Rush free win mechanic. Every time he rising rushes, he's guaranteed to let it go through. It won't do the typical damage, but it will do supreme impact damage, and that's assuming you get picked. If you don't get picked, then the rising rush goes through. If you do get picked, well, you do supreme impact damage, and that's an easy kill. That's just very busted in general, while being able to synchro very fast based on their Dragon Balls and the green cards being pressed. There's not much more to say. This unit doesn't have a platinum equipment or a Zenkai. The release was just that crazy, being in one of the best celebrations of all time. I would say for the most part, people only have good memories of this unit, but this unit was for sure terrorizing PvP for the part 1 of that anniversary. And the 4th and final Legends Limited Vegito we've got is Vegito Blue, the transforming Vegito Blue from the 2024 festival. This unit here ignores any gauges, so those that have the Ultra Instinct mechanic, Vegito Blue will just continue hitting you. If you have a counter gauge such as Ultra Margin Vegetas or Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogetas, Vegito will just ignore that. He just nullifies any of those special actions that can make you not hit them. He also has very good combo potential, which is very valuable for him. He wasn't the best unit in the game or anything like that, but he's easily up there as a top contender in the meta during his release. And for that, he gets the green light for his release without a doubt. Very good unit, but not one to take over the game completely, but a good asset to teams that you're using at that time. So it should be very apparent, and I think everybody would agree. Vegito Blue here, transforming Vegito Blue, is also getting a green light. Now let's get into the percentages regarding all the Legends Limiteds Vegitos. Now trying to get a score here, we had 4 Legends Limited Vegitos, and every single one was good on release. Some of them more busted than others, but all of them are very good units, easily all top 5 units. These Legends Limiteds, they just hit every time they drop a Vegito. So for that, the score would be 4 out of 4, and that gives us a 100% score for a Legends Limited Vegito if you wanted to summon on one. So far, that's the score they're giving, which makes any future releases for a Legends Limited Vegito very likely to also be good, but there's no guarantee ever. I've done this for every video, and I try to only include Vegitos. So if we look at fusing Super Vegito, that unit is also a Goku and Vegeta that transforms, so they fuse into Super Vegito, and because of that, I don't technically include them as a pure Vegito. But if you did, the rating would be 100%, 4 out of 4. But if we take them out, you only have Super Vegito, Vegito Blue, and the green Vegito Blue. But it would still be 100%, just 3 out of 3. The results don't change that much, but it's something to be noted, as some units would revive, transform, their succession now, etc. But yeah, clean score, not much more to say. Let's get into the ultras now. We're now getting into the Ultra Vegitos, and there's only 2 Ultra Vegitos that we can talk about, which is quite interesting considering that the Gojitas, there's 3, but that also makes sense. There's not a third variation of Vegito that we could see as an Ultra, unless they go for a transforming variation, which no Ultra has, by the way. We do have Comeback, but they just stay the same when coming back. There's nobody that transforms after dying as an Ultra. Anyways, the first Ultra that we got to talk about is Ultra Super Vegito. On release, easily a top 1, top 2 unit. Only contender in that meta being the tag droids, but a lot of people would take Ultra Super Vegito for its combo extension and easy oppressive nature, while also being type disadvantaged, by the way, against 2 units. MUI Goku, the 4th anniversary unit, was there too. Although he got countered very fast after, his release was still outstanding. For that month or 2 that he was shining, he was a top tier unit and really took over the game for the end of that 4th anniversary. But there's nothing more to say after that. He literally got slaughtered by Final Form Cooler, but at least his release was nice. The longevity, really just a weakness for him. And this Vegito, he doesn't have a Zenkai, no Ultra does, but he does have a platinum equipment, releasing at the end of the 7th anniversary or just after, depending on how you see it. But his platinum equipment, it gets a green light. Very good there, did its job, made him super tanky. He's outputting a good amount of damage. He's putting a lot more pressure on every unit that was in the game without having a solid team. People were just putting him on Saiyans just because they can, but he wasn't exactly being fed units around him. He just dropped for the sake of it. It's kind of like Vegito has a literal binding vow. Every single anniversary, Vegito has to show up, and the 7th anniversary, they were about to not drop a Vegito, but they just dropped the platinum equipment for no reason for Ultra Super Vegito, and it was good. So we're gonna give him the green light, and that's all there is to say. Now let's move on to the 5th anniversary Ultra Vegito Blue. This should also go without saying, this unit was a great release. Fighting in a meta where Universe Rep was so powerful, Future did somewhat exist, but it was nowhere near the level that Universe Rep was competing at. Ultra Vegito Blue was really just running it by himself against the likes of Universe Rep, who have 2 blues who are also controlling the game, Go Frieza and MVP 17. In their prime, that shows how strong of a fight Ultra Vegito Blue is putting out, a top 1, top 2 unit at the time of his release, depending on who you ask. Big factor for that being that once he enters the battlefield the first time, he removes the enemy's vanish, and every time he gets a body, he gets his vanish back while having the green card counter, similar to the part 1 of 7th anniversary MUI Goku. So again, it should just go without saying, Ultra Vegito Blue gets the green light. His release was great. He doesn't have a platinum equipment or anything like that. Maybe he'll get one soon. But for now, let's get into the results regarding the Ultras. Now it should be very self-explanatory based on what I just explained regarding the 2, and it's only 2 Ultras that we've got that are Vegitos. We've got Ultra Super Vegito and Ultra Vegito Blue. Both of them get the green light for their their releases. Ultra Super Vegito even has a green light for his platinum equipment, but I only regard the releases, and with that we have a 100% rating for the ultra rarity Vegitos. So it's very likely if they drop another ultra rarity Vegito, it's going to be a good one, and there's really nothing more to it. There's not no revival, anything like that. The ultra rarities don't do that, so it's just a green light, and that's the end of the conversation regarding Vegitos. If you see another one that's an ultra, just expect it to be good. And that makes the results for the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. I made this video as a response to the Gogeta video I did, and I did the Gogeta video because somebody requested it through donation. Shout out to Super Q. If you want to see the results for Gogeta, you should definitely check out that video. It's on the channel. But Vegito's score is looking pretty nice. 100% with the Legends Limited and 100% with the Ultras. It's just a super nice feeling for the Vegito fans, honestly. But let me know in the comment section who you'd like to see next. I was thinking of taking on Goku because that video would actually be very long and there's a lot of Gokus to go through, but I think it would also be a good video. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you haven't already, make sure to press the subscribe button on this grind to 200,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. My name is Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.